This is Great Lines of Literature. Today we're talking about Permutation City by Greg Egan, which, by the way, I'm not a very big fan of the cover, but that's a whole nother discussion. Anyway, I'm going to give you guys some of the great lines from this pretty epic book here. So, here we go. Imagine a universe entirely without structure, without shape, without connections. A cloud of microscopic events like fragments of space-time, except that there is no space or time. What characterizes one point in space for one instant? Just the values of the fundamental particle fields, just a handful of numbers. Now, take away all notions of position, arrangement, order, and what's left? A cloud of random numbers. That's it. That's all there is. The cosmos has no shape at all. No such thing as time or distance. No physical laws. No cause and effect. Relativity throughout absolute space and time. But it didn't go far enough. We have to throw out absolute cause and effect. She stared at the digits on the screen for a while, numb with the strange truth that the simple pattern of data they represented, sanctified as wealth, could travel out into the living, breathing, decaying world, and return, enriched beyond measure, imprinted with everything which made Francesca human. Durham squatted down and put a hand on her shoulder. She started sobbing dryly as she attempted to dissect her loss into parts she could begin to comprehend. Francesca was gone. Aidan was gone. All her friends, all the people she'd ever met. In the flesh, on the networks. All the people she'd ever heard of. Musicians and writers, philosophers and moving stars, politicians and serial killers. They weren't even dead. Their lives didn't lie in her past, whole and comprehensible. They were scattered around her like dust, meaningless, disconnected. Everything she'd ever known had been ground down into random noise. To the Lambertians, believing any kind of myth, any kind of vague, untestable pseudo-explanation would have been like suffering hallucinations, seeing mirages, hearing voices. It would have rendered them completely dysfunctional. Piers shook his head. What have I become already? An endless series of people, all happy for their own private reasons, linked together by the faintest thread of memory. Why keep them spread out in time? Why go on pretending that there's one real person, enduring through all those arbitrary changes? Maria met his eyes and tried to understand, tried to gauge the depth of his weariness. Could she have persisted for as long as he had? Maybe the time came, for everyone, when there was no way forward, no other choice but death. Maybe the Lambertians were right. Maybe infinity was meaningless, and immortality was a mirage no human should aspire to. No human. Maria turned on him angrily. Do I know how it feels? However you want it to feel. Isn't that what you told me? You have the power to choose exactly who you are. The old human shackles are gone. If you don't want the weight of your past to crush you, then don't let it. If you really want to die, I can't stop you. But don't tell me that you have no choice. Those are a few lines from the novel Permutation City by Greg Egan. Check it out.